Ladies and gentlemen, today is the third episode of the Innovation with Stellar AI series, and particularly today we will be completing the skeleton of the website. So in the previous episode, we were completing an HTML kind of structure of the website, a skeleton, and I said that we would leave it to the next episode to do. And so today we're going to complete it. And specifically, you can see over here, there's nothing over here, like there's no way to navigate through the website. So that's what we're going to focus on. And also focusing on the project kind of structure so that we can structure, like the projects by putting an image and a description of the project and so on. So let's first begin by going to the home page and creating a little div over here. That would be the nav bar. Now again, this is a case where you cannot avoid stylization for some moments, so we have to like make it so that we can actually visually see it. Let's pick white, right? I think I might change it later, maybe it will be gray, but who knows, we'll see. Again, stylization is not what matters first, so we're going to move on from that. And so since we're most likely going to be only working with HTML here, I will just launch this project. And as you know, for some reason Flask needs that you reload the entire project every time when you put a new change into it. Anyway, so we're here. This is the home page. You can't see the navigation bar because it's white, so that's amazing. I should put it gray for now, temporarily. It's actually not even visible. That's kind of weird. I don't know why. But anyway, we're going to start with H3. Iusai. Work portfolio site. I sound like I know Japanese. I promise you I do not. However, yeah, now there we go. We have a little section over here. Don't know why there's a margin over here. There's a padding over here, but whatever. Iusai is just innovation with stellar AI, right? If you didn't know, which is kind of offensive, but I shall forgive you for that. Projects are going to be over here, and they will of course link to the projects. Let's have a link over here. This is super basic right now. Again, we're not focusing on any stylization. We're just trying to complete a skeleton so that the set of pages is navigatable. So again, as you can see, it's super like rudimentary, or like how to say, elemental, foundational, however you want to say it. Then we are going to create another one, contact and about. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any more pages that would be necessary. So we have the about page over here. Actually, we should probably remove the stylization, as it would kind of, I think, interfere with the flow of everything. There would be multiple navigation links stacked on top of each other. There we go. We have all of this. And now we will just spam this header or the navigation bar everywhere so that this website is fully navigable, as is said properly in English. Although I would prefer saying navigatable, but whatever. Okay, even in these little project documents, there's not going to be any database, as I said in the previous episode, because I don't see the point of making a database, because I think you can count the amount of software projects I've made on my hand, so I don't have to display much, right? So yeah. And I would not need a database for that. Reload the website, and then we have projects right here, and then we have this, and it's project one. We have all of these navigatable links. Not on the about page though. We have to add it to about page. What's added? Oh, there we go. So we have created a navigation bar. Very simple stuff. Just a skeleton again. Now in this project we have this kind of, this will be the thumbnail, as I have said before in the previous video. These will be the thumbnails of the project. So there will be some kind of image for a project to entice people to click and look at and examine the project. Obviously this is not YouTube. I'm not trying to get people to click on my video or something like that, but it's still to kind of I'll make a compelling image in Photoshop or wherever later and put it up here so that people can click and then see what's on the project. I'll just add some basic content to each page of the projects. So like project one will be, it will be, what was my first project? Social media website. The nostalgia that I get from hearing that is so amazing. Just the amount of passion I put into it, while at the same time not really knowing how to build websites. It was just amazing, but it was still a great journey, right? Okay, this is the social media. The second project that I made was an AI model, which is very amazing as well. Third project was AI course, right? That was something that is something amazing. So I have created 3 projects if you're not aware, 4 actually, if you're not aware. The first one being the social media website, the second one being an AI model that I wanted to build, and a third one that I wanted to make as an AI course. I've just said it multiple times on the channel, in different videos, so I kind of expect you to know. But if you're new, which is most likely, then of course, how would you know? AI course, and let's create a third one. Elif project number equals fourth one. Sorry, return render template project 4.html. And Stellar AI is, if you don't know, if you're new, is aimed to help you develop software projects from start to finish. And I'm displaying how you can build a very simple one over here. And if you're new, of course, it's not going to look this ugly when it's completed. It's going to be fully stylized, fully beautiful, and everything like that. What was my fourth project? Actually, don't even remember. Oh, it was AI VS Code extension, AI code editor tool. There we go. I'll just call it that. AI code editor tool. Put the navigation bar over here with the H. Amazingly put. So pretty much have this entire skeletal structure complete. The only thing is I just break it up into parts, these like videos into parts, because I don't want to upload 30-minute videos. So we've completed the navigation bar. Now we will add some basic like placeholder images into these projects. So let's just first go to the homepage over here. We have nothing. This is just going to navigate to the homepage. This is going to navigate to the projects. So this should say social media website, amazing. This should say AI model, amazing. And this should say AI course, amazing. And I also have a third project, which I have to add over here, that I will add AI code editor tool, and it will be an image over here. Again, if you're wondering, these are just placeholder images, just images of the best company in the most innovational company in the world. Okay, project thumbnail BTN, there we go. Let project for document dot query selector hashtag. Amazing, beautiful, just splendid. Look at this. Now it should go to, oh wait, is that all right? Or what? A project one is not defined. What the hell? Oh yeah, project. What the hell? Reload that. That's what's called debugging code. Very amazing for beginner coders to see. So we have all these 3 projects. Let's add probably titles to each one so that you can know which project you're clicking on. I actually don't know if I can retrieve the social media website anymore. I've tried restoring it entirely to like the social media website project that I did 2 years ago. If you're not aware, I then stopped doing it, and I tried to restore the website recently, but for some reason, like there's a lot of issues with the databases and like the libraries that I have to install again, and like all these dependency issues that I'm trying to combat. But yeah, if I can restore it, then I'll be able to put the screenshots of the project on this work portfolio site that I'm building. AI code editor tool. Amazing. Okay, it looks very, very whack right now. And indeed, it looks very whack like this as well. Okay, well, I'll have to understand what's happening here. Again, not an expert. Again, we can ask our friend over here, Stellar AI. Why else do we, have Stellar AI other than to help us with this development journey? Because that's the entire point of the series, if you're new, is to show you the power of Stellar AI and the help that it can give you as an assistant. So this is the main thread of communications, where we talk to the AI and we go through a step-by-step process of development. We're currently on the development stage, and so on and so forth. If you haven't been here, we have established a task calendar. So right now, as I'm recording, it's 14th of June. If I see the tasks for it, it has this core HTML structure and minimal content. So we go back over here. There's a sideline thread over here, sideline chat, where we just yap about it with our developmental progress and issues and whatever is happening. I've got this code block, but for some reason the texts of the project names are displaying themselves not in an ordered way. The texts are supposed to be just above the images, but they are not. But they, for some reason, displace the images. Again, this, of course, like I could Google this, right? So it's not really displaying the power of Stellar AI that much. But if I can ask Stellar AI and, fix my code that way, okay, wow. Yeah, this again, flawed system doesn't have, like, this is like not supposed to be formatted this way, but whatever. Oh wait, wow. It's this system, Stellar AI said H3 tags are block level or whatever tag, and then it just increased the text to that size. That's crazy. I have this block of code. Okay, so it's saying that the problem is in float left. Okay, so it's saying for me to add this type of this type of CSS, and that is kind of note to myself that I should probably fix the formatting of this this system when it generates formatted outputs. It doesn't actually, like, how you can make it so that it's in a code block kind of format, and I should do that. But anyway, okay, it's saying the problem is float left, and that I should put display flex, flex wrap, and justify content space around. Okay, I will try that, and let's see if that indeed works. Ай-яй-яй. Что такое? Ну, давай. There we go. Вот так вот. Вот нормально. Пойдет. There we go. And indeed, I think it fixed the issue, although I don't know. Yeah, well, it kind of stacked them on top of each other, which is not exactly what I want. Again, I'm kind of monkey braining and just going into stylization too much. I think actually I should just leave it as it is. I'm going to change it later, I'm just going to make sure that it's all put like this later. Not going to worry about that right now. But for now, it can just remain like this. And so now it's clear. Okay, we have this navigation bar, we have my life's work, we have social media website, AI model, AI course, AI code editor tool. Now let's go into the projects and actually edit the content within them. Again, we shall place a placeholder image over here because I do not have the original project yet in my hands. And so we shall proceed with an image inserted over here. Another placeholder image, massive image, what the hell? Style should be of width 20%. And then we will add a little description over here saying lorem ipsum, right? Lorem ipsum daloramit or something like that. I'm not sure how it goes. Lorem ipsum description of project. No, we'll not add it right now. I will add that later. We will have all the screenshots up here, have the descriptions over here. It will look way better stylized, and it will kind of, the actual goal is to like float them in kind of like that, so that they're kind of, you'll see how it will look at the end. But this is a serious project. Like, I'm doing it to display the power of Stellar AI, but I'm also doing it for myself, right? It's two birds with one stone, this project, which is quite frankly why over here I have that description. Yeah, two birds with one stone for this project. But I mean, it's important, right? I need to have a proper work portfolio website that looks good, and I could go use Wix or something like that, but why do that when you can make custom stylization? And yeah, we're just going to do the same thing for each and every one and call it a day for today. We'll pretty much say that, yeah, we've completed this section. We've completed the task of creating basic minimal HTML content. And we can consider this to be complete. Now, let's see. Contact page. Oh wait, we haven't done the contact. Yeah, okay, let's do a little bit of about me and contact, and then we can consider this complete, okay? Okay, brother? Are you sure that you have the attention span to stick through? Because shorts are very entertaining. You might want to click away. Maybe there's a video recommended on the sidebar you're looking at, looks tasty. But hold on. We're here to build. We're here not to waste time. We're here to build. And this is just going to be very simple. Okay, there we go. Added some text. And there we go. Most innovation technologies of humanity. Amazing. Then we have the contact page. Again, I won't add any email over here. Just going to put some placeholder thing, for now at least. Then I'll decide what email I want to add, maybe a professional email, whatever. So you go over here, you go gref, mail to, and then the most innovational technologies. Oh wait, no, the most innovational the most innovational at technologies.com. Not a real email. Don't go start emailing it and then get scammed for $5 billion. And then paste the link over here, and then you are complete with the thing. That is very good. So we're going to put that there, and then we're going to reload it, and it's actually listed as an email. Amazing. Okay, and now with that, we can consider the task complete. And we will just say over here, I have completed the task by the way. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will move on to primary stylization and modern implementation, which is the main focus. Of course, stylization being the main focus is not usual for a project, coding project, because you mostly likely focus on functionality. But in this case, that's what we're going to do. It was nice seeing you, brother. See you in the next episode. Or sister.